Welcome to another video. My name is Favor, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. On this channel, I film about my SQE journey and career tips to help international students navigate the hard terrains of the UK market. If this sounds like what you'd want to know more about, please hit the subscription button so you're notified anytime a new video drops. Now in this video, we're going to be going over the requirements, what you need, the cost of the application, and every other thing that you need to know about the SQE1 exemption. If this sounds like what you'd want to know, or you're not interested in sitting the SQE1, and which is why you're here, please keep watching. The next question is, what is the SQE1? The SQE1 is the Solicitor's Qualifying Examination 1, and it includes two stages of exams, the Functioning Legal Knowledge 1 and the Functioning Legal Knowledge 2. I also have another video where I break down the scope of these exams in details. If you'd like to learn more about what the SQE1 is about, I strongly recommend watching that video. Can you use the same application form for the SQE2 and SQE1 exemption? The answer to that is no. You can't use the same application form. So if you want to apply for the SQE2 exemption, you have to use a different form to then apply for the SQE1 exemption. You cannot apply for an SQE1 exemption after you have failed to the SQE1. You can also apply from anywhere in the world. Now let's go over the requirements one after the other. The first requirement you need to meet is providing an evidence that shows that your qualification experience meets all of the areas that are assessed in the FLK1. This would include courses like Wills and Administration of Estates for the FLK2, for instance, or Business Practice for the FLK1, and Civil Litigation or Dispute Resolution. You'd also need to provide evidence to showcase that the law that you're qualified under is not substantially different from the law of England and Wales. You'd also need to prove that your qualifications and or experience, so you can either use your qualification and or your experience, meets the threshold, the standard that the SRA requires. Fourth, you would also need to provide evidence, detailed references of your supervisors. These supervisors will then corroborate your work experience. Finally, which is the fifth requirement, you would then need to provide samples of your work. This can include redacted notes, letters to clients, contracts that you reviewed, processes that you drafted, and similar things. The list is endless. How long does it take to receive a decision? It takes 180 days. I must also include common mistakes people make in their applications. The first mistake is incomplete applications. You don't want to wait 180 days to have your application refused simply because you did not complete the form. So ensure you take out time to fill out the form very well. Detailed references. You're applying for the SQE1 exemption. This is not like the SQE2 exemption. Your evidence has to be substantial and it has to be accurate. It must reflect the standard that the SRA assesses in its examination. So it has to be top-notch. Finally, ensure you review all of the documents properly. There are 5 main requirements. We've gone over them. Ensure that your documents are reflective of these 5 main requirements. How much does the exemption cost? The exemption costs £265. Another question I know might be on people's mind is if you need to apply for the FLK1 or the FLK2. SRA does not curtail the applications that you can make. You can make as many exemption applications as you want. You can apply for an exemption from the FLK1, you can apply for an exemption from the FLK2, or an exemption from both. SRA had on their website that they've only issued one exemption to one person since inception from the SQE1. However, that has been taken down now, which probably indicates that they've issued more exemptions to other people. They also recommend contacting them first, which I also strongly recommend. So reach out to them, contact them to know if you qualify before you then go on a voyage of discovery and realize that you do not qualify or meet the necessary requirements. That said, I wish you all the best of luck in your SQE1 exemption process. If this video was helpful in any way, please let me know in the comments. Let me also know the kind of videos you'd like to see more of. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Finally, which is don't tire. I don't tire.